Good afternoon, it's time. It's been a while, but it's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, as always, Mike C. And of course, the star of the show, the myth, the legend. It's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Bucky, what do you have in front of you? We have an envelope, and we actually had 3 other envelopes. We did a video yesterday, and it did not turn out very well. And I recorded it the lengthwise. It just didn't look right. So I'm going to redo the movie or the film today, the video, and it just didn't look good. So I'm not going to take the cards out individually. I will show them to you. We got one hit, and which is always exciting. And I won't tell you what, it's not an autograph, I'll tell you that much. Put that back up because we got the wrong one. Okay. We'll get there, guys. It's been a while since we've done a video, so we're a little rusty. There we go. We grabbed the wrong sheet. There we go. Okay. We got some news first. We finally got our pictures up on the wall. I got 4 on both sides. I'm going to add a couple to them. I got my ballparks, and including Badger Stadium, Camp Randall. And then on my other wall, I've got there's 3 tourist attractions, I guess. And I'll show them in a future video. And we're going to add a couple more, like I said. And so that's exciting. As far as Lions news goes, there's not much to report. Training camp starts in a couple weeks, which means so that's exciting. What's that called, Bucky? They're going to do. I'm drawing a blank. Shoot. Hard Knocks. And I won't be able to watch that live, but I'll probably be able to see it on YouTube or something else. We'll see. But nothing too much. They did sign defensive player, I think Ruggs was his name. And they need help on defensive line. It's a little shaky in my opinion, but we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, not too much really news. There's a lot of good talk about them, so we'll see. The Reds are still floundering. I don't know why they haven't fired their manager. The All-Star game was last week, and that was not a very good game at all. I watched most of it. The uniforms were ugly as hell. You couldn't tell what team they were on. Kind of a dull gold looking. It was just, and then all black. It was just terrible looking. The National League got 2 runs in the first inning. They didn't get another hit till the 9th inning. So it was just a boring game. The American League won again, the 9th straight year, but overall the game was boring and not very good. And what can you do? There were 2 Reds. I think they were both pitchers. I'm not sure about that. There were 2 Reds players I saw. So whatever that's worth. Hockey is the bigger news in my video. The Blackhawks, I've got this written down because there's so much information. I don't know if I ever mentioned the new general manager, Kyle Davidson. They got a new head coach, Luke Richardson. So that's exciting. It's kind of a no-nonsense guy, and they need a very, very young team. They still haven't traded Patrick Kane or Jonathan Toews. That may come. I hope it does. I actually like to keep both of them. Kane's not necessarily in his prime, but he's still an excellent player, and he's very close to it. And it's my second favorite Blackhawk of all time. So we'll see what happens. There's been a lot of rumors. They did trade. Well, let me get to that. They had no first-round draft picks to start with. They ended up with 3 through trades. They had to trade DeBrincat to Ottawa. They got 3 picks, 1 the first, 1 the second, 1 the third. Then they traded. Who did they trade? Kirby Dach, yeah. To the Canadiens for another first rounder, and then like a 28th pick or something like that. They traded a second round pick to get back in the end of the third, or the first first round. I was going to mention their names. I never heard of any of these guys, and you probably won't hear or see them for a couple years. The first overall pick was Kevin Korchinski, a defenseman. Second was, it's hard to read that, Bucky. Frank Nazak, center, and then Sam Renzel, another defenseman. And they got a lot of forwards the rest of the way. They did trade for a goaltender. That was part of the last first round pick. Still not very good at goaltender, so it's gonna be a long couple years probably for the Hawks. But it's a total tear down, total rebuild, which is okay, I guess, to a point. Another news: they got rid of Eddie Olczyk, the announcer. He switched. He went to where did he go to? He leaves. I saw it. I can't remember where he went to, Bucky, but he'd been there for years and years, and so they'll have to get a new announcer. But there's a lot of changes in Blackhawk land, and one of those pictures that I told you about has to do with the Blackhawks. So we'll show that at some point. Should get it next week sometime. All right, Bucky. Well, let's see what you got in front of you here. I was in a break, a blind break, and I didn't put the card. Oh, here it is. And I got the Jaguars. It was for 21, which I was excited because they could have got a Trevor Lawrence. And I didn't get it, though. This is just a waste. I'm not going to show it. I got a Mark Brunell, which I had to think for a second, but yeah, it was on the team. That's all I got. So, but what can you do? The middle card that I got was a card I didn't have, a player, and I wanted him. Unfortunately, it was another just one card hit break. So I didn't do very well, but I got a couple fillers. Let's see if we can show that. Does that come in? There we go. So there's Jared Goff in the middle, and I can't see who else. Jamar Jefferson and Romeo Okwara, which I didn't have either one of those. Well, I had Jefferson, not in the pro uniform, so that's good. I got those guys. And then we got, I'll save the hit for last, of course. We got two Penei Sewell and DeAndre Swift. Where is it? There's a shot. Here, hold it there. No, it's even worse. Just base cards, basically. Well, this one's got a little color to it. And then the hit, I got two Barry cards, which is always good to get. And I got part of a jersey of Aiden Hutchinson. So I couldn't get an auto. I had chances at it, but financial situations came up. So this one here is a jersey when he was with Michigan. So that's exciting. I like that. And we got the okay to get some more cards from Carla. She said it was fine. Just don't go crazy. And I do my homework. And we're going to get Jameson Williams and Aiden Hutchinson autograph. Eventually, I mean, the pro cards haven't barely come out yet. This week is the Nationals. I think it's in Nashville, if I remember right. A couple years ago now that I went there, and I still look upon that fondly. I got to see the guys, meet them, and had a great time. And you get a lot of great cards from there, but I got some. But a lot of Steelers cards, which I was living near Pittsburgh at the time, so that was okay. But it was a great time, and I'm very happy that I went there. And not too much really else to report, Bucky. I'm trying to take the time. I can't see it. Well, it doesn't really matter. Not too much else to report. Except I'm getting some more stuff from my room. Some more pictures, more memorabilia, things like that. We had somebody come over last week to help us move some heavy furniture that I couldn't handle. And one of the women that were here, her boyfriend, her husband, I can't remember now, was a huge Batman fan. and she just went, "Oh my God, a lot of cool stuff." And actually took some pictures, which I've never had happen before. So that made me feel good. And I always like people appreciate my Batman stuff. And so that was kind of fun. And that, well, I got one. There'll be one. Well, maybe a couple Batman things coming up. But we're trying to get some different stuff. Like I said, I'll show you the walls and what we put up in a future video. And I don't think there's anything really else to report, Bucky. It's been a while, which is fine. Um, it's a training camp's coming up. The Reds are floundering. Hopefully, get a new manager. And maybe next video. Not sure when that'll be. We have a preview of the NFL season, of course, and we'll see where I predict the Lions will finish. But they should have a better year. They better have a better year. And there's a lot of good talk about them, so we'll see how that turns out. And you'll have a much better year, Bucky. So I think on that note, we're going to call it a night or a day. And we got an exciting weekend coming up. We got a few things going. The Dairy Queen Customer Appreciation Day is this Sunday. That's always fun. Free food, free swag, as the kids call it. And it's really close to us. We'll take Suki with us, and she'll have a lot of fun. And probably get a pupper ice cream, or what they call it. And so we'll tell you about that next time, maybe. And I'm gonna call it an end, Bucky. So say goodbye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And take care, everybody. Have a great summer. It's hot here. It's mid-90s. Might get up to 100 tomorrow. So there's a heat advisory, so we got to stay cool. And drink lots of fluid. That helps everything. All right, I'm rambling. Take care, everybody, and be kind, everybody. And we'll talk to you later. Bye now.